What's crackalackin', dudes and dudettes? It's Ness, and you're watching NES Collectables. Today, I want to talk a little bit about packing and shipping cards. I love trading card games, and that means that you're probably buying cards online, probably receiving cards online, and you might even be selling and shipping some cards online. I want to talk about the things that are kind of important to do and not do when it comes to shipping your cards. So let's jump into a little bit. I don't think that this is a bad thing when you kind of use sleeves or pages of sleeves to be able to get this kind of utilization for multiple cards. But you have to be really careful because these things get really disgusting and gross. And you don't want to be using old sleeves that are dirty to ship like brand new cards in to people. That's not great. Also, there's no real protection. These are kind of flimsy. They fall out. The cards can easily come out. And it's not real protective. The next one is some of the different types of like card storage. I actually don't mind these cardboard sleeves. I think they're very protective. The problem is you must put your cards inside of a sleeve before you put it in this. Otherwise, this is totally gonna mess up the surface. Cardboard is rough, and these shipping shields, they are like, you really should not be putting the card directly against these because it will scratch it up going in and out. The other thing is, if you are going to use this, do not stuff this tabby in here, because getting this thing out is an absolute nightmare for whoever's opening it. And they're probably going to have to damage their card to get that open, or they're going to have to try and rip it, and it's just a really good way to damage the cards before you when your customer is getting it. So I really don't like these for that regard. If you're going to do it, if you're going to put them in here, make sure they're in a sleeve so it doesn't scratch them up. And then second of all, just tape, just a little bit of tape on the outside right there. That's really how you protect this. That's how you can actually utilize these without feeling terrible. You can also honestly just wrap things with paper. Surprisingly, printer paper is strong, and you can do it in kind of a fun origami way. That's kind of nice, and tape it down and things like that on the outside where you're not actually putting any tape anywhere near the cards. That would be my recommendation instead of these guys. Lastly, top loaders. I love top loaders. Top loaders are great until people put tape on them in the wrong way. So one of the cards I received, they ended up putting directly into the top loader. They did not include there was no sleeve or anything in here. And even if there is, they put it in the sleeve normally. So the card was facing up. So the top of the card was actually in here, and then it was actually exposed to the edge of the tape and still got tape on it. And so when I went to open it and peel the tape back, it actually damaged the card. So you really don't want to do stuff like that. If you're going to put cards in a top loader, put them upside down, because then the sleeve is protecting them. If they're gonna bonk on the outside, at least they're gonna hit the bottom, and they're not gonna get adhesive on them. So that's my big recommendation there. Second thing is, don't use packing tape. Packing tape is so strong. It's meant to really just be super on there. There's a reason why it works for your packages. If you want to use packing tape, use it, adhere it to parts that are not anywhere close or going to get touched to the cards. Use it on cardboard to surround the cards or something like that. But please don't do that. Let's get into a good way to pack your cards. I am selling cards right now for the first time in a very long time. I really don't like selling my cards. I love collecting them. I want to own them. I want to keep them. I want to hoard them like a dragon. And I'm sure many of you feel the same way I do. But I want to show you kind of how I have done it now. I have here a card that I have sold, and I'm about to pack it up and get it ready for shipping to my customer, and I really appreciate them purchasing. So first thing that I did, I always put all of my cards in penny sleeves, and part of that is because one, they're cheap, but two, they don't really allow a lot of movement or curling if they're foils, things like that. I really like the I think they're like the KCMs, KMDs, K something, I don't know. I'll put it in the description. But I like those penny sleeves. They come in pack, and I think you can get like 1,000 of them for like $30. So really not a bad price. I like these a lot. And then when you open up, you can open, and then you open them up. Each section is like packaged in a pack of 100. So those are really nice. So I always put them in upside down, so then I can put the card right side up. I can put that in there. I can put it in a second sleeve if I so wish. But then that way it is protected if I do a little bit of tape so the card doesn't come out. I always use Scotch tape because it's really easy and nice and gentle. And then what you do is you put it on the back normal, and then you fold it over, and then you fold the tabby down so that this little part never sticks. And you know, I like to write pull on there so that people know that I have done that on purpose. So that's nice and easy for you to get it off and to get it open, and your cards aren't going to fly everywhere when, you know, some jerk at the post office or whatever is flinging your package around like Ace Ventura. So that's why I do it like this. I then am going to put this into a folded piece of cardboard that's going to be nice and cut to the shape there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like that. I'm going to face it upside down so that the card has nowhere to go, okay, on the fold. And then I will tape the sides here with some packing tape, and then I will place it inside of a mailer, preferably this way, so that if it gets bent, it can only get bent in one direction, and it's never going to be bent vertically. So it'll get folded this way. And that'll keep it extra nice and safe. So that is my recommendation for anyone who decides to sell and package and ship cards. Please give a little bit of extra effort. It goes a long way. Lastly, I'm doing something fun. If I sell a card that is a one-piece card, or maybe even some of my other cards, I love a little bit of art. I've been doing these little proxy cards recently. They're a lot of fun. I mostly have done them for like some of the more expensive cards, or the cards I don't have for a deck when I'm play testing for One Piece. And so I did this one special for the guy who bought this. So I hope that he enjoys it. It's kind of fun and goofy. And in the future, I would like some recommendations for what cards you guys would like me to draw to make proxies of. And maybe I will do a couple of those for the channel. But I thought this was kind of fun. Since the guy bought a Gordon, I'm going to send him another Gordon. So just something kind of fun, special for the channel. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this teaches you a little bit about packing and shipping cards, and how to do it in a way that isn't awful for the recipient. It'll save you on money for returns and damaged cards and things like that. So if you like the video, make sure to do the thing, and we're gonna do more card videos, more One Piece videos in the future. So keep on watching, and don't forget, sail on.
NES.